All right, so this is, hi everybody, I'm a little bit out of the frame. This is the new guitar that I just put together. It is a Warmoth body and a Warmoth neck. I did all the finishing work myself, assembled it, and I am getting it in shape to play. It's a one-piece American swamp ash body. Pretty cool. It's got a nice cool grain pattern for a transparent finish. It's a roasted maple neck with a roasted maple fingerboard. It's got these tall and wide stainless steel Fender frets. I've never had a stainless steel fret guitar before, so I'm getting used to those. It has got the super cool Fender, the new Fender locking tuners that come on the American Ultra. They are really nice tuners. Psyched about those. Staggered post-length tuners. It has a set of Fender Gen 4 noiseless pickups, a Shawbucker in the bridge, and Gen 4 noiseless singles in the middle and the neck. There's some kind of wiring voodoo with these pickups where the humbucker goes through a 500K tone pot and the single coils go through a 250K tone pot. And those tone pots don't interfere with each other, which doesn't make any sense to me, but they seem to have figured it out somehow. It has the new Fender American tremolo tailpiece that pivots on 2 posts instead of 6, the way they used to, and it works really smoothly, and I'm pretty fired up about it. The pickups, you're not going to really confuse them for vintage Strat pickups. These noiseless pickups, they sound like a Strat, but they don't sound just like a Strat. But they're cool. They have a cool sound on their own. The single coils are real bright and chimey, and the Shawbucker has got its own thing going. It's somewhere between a traditional bridge Fender single coil and what you might think about as a classic humbucker. It's kind of a middle ground there. It still sounds pretty Fendery. They work well together, and they all sound good. So I'm pretty psyched about that. The neck pickup in particular is very bright. Lots of overtones, really usable for a lot of different styles, and it sounds like this. Position 4 does the phasey in-between quacky thing that you would want out of the 2 and 4 position on a Strat pretty well. So the middle position, the 3rd position, which is this noiseless single coil by itself, might not be my favorite out of the 5. It doesn't have the same amount of Strat character, I think, as some of the other ones do. But it is an extremely clean, usable tone for chords and for single note lines. And it is really, has a lot of clarity string to string. So even reasonably complex chords, you can really hear all the notes, and you can hear some of those sort of interior harmonics that make those chords sound cool. So here's where it gets a little bit interesting with this guitar. Position 2, which is the shawbucker and the middle single coil together, you would expect on a Strat style guitar to have a quacky, real bright, quacky kind of tone. Whereas on this one, for whatever reason, to my ears, it sounds more like a lead pickup sound, like a bridge pickup tone, almost like a Tele bridge pickup. I really don't know the technical reasons for that, but to me, this sounds sharper, more mid-forward, and real clear, almost like you would expect a Telecaster bridge pickup to sound on its own. So kind of a country sound to my ear, which is real usable for some of the music I play, and I've really gotten a kick out of that second position sound, which is one I almost never use on a Strat. So one thing I ought to mention here is that heretofore I've only been using one amp setting. So the diverse tones you've been hearing from the pickup sets have been the variation in the pickup themselves. It's all through one voice of the amp, from the neck pickup to the fourth position, to the middle position, to the second position twang, are all through the exact same amp setting. Those are pretty dramatic differences amongst the pickups, which makes it a versatile guitar, especially in a live setting where you could just be playing chords and then be able to switch to a lead sound without having to fuss with an amp or a foot pedal or something like that. So I just wanted to point out that this range of sound so far has just been the pickups themselves. Now, to show off the bridge pickup, I am going to put a slightly different voice on. Okay, so the bridge humbucker, what Fender calls the shawbucker, like I said earlier, is somewhere between a Fender bridge single coil and what you would think of as a classic like Les Paul bridge humbucker sound. At lower gain, it does a crunchy thing quite well. Which is pretty cool, and then you can crank the gain up almost into sort of 80s rock territory.